Well, hello, and a very warm welcome back to the Andrew Eborn show with me, Andrew Eborn. And I'm going to go all the way down under yet again to join my wonderful chum, Sev Clarke. How are you doing, Sev?
Good to meet you, Andrew, again. Good to talk with you and your audience.
It's always a pleasure. And I'll tell you what, the reaction so far to this series has been fantastic because we're highlighting the issues in a really easy to understand way, bite-sized pieces of information. People can drill down, get rid of the jargon, but not only about doom and gloom. What we're looking at are various solutions. And talking about that, what is we going to look at today?
We're going to look at a thing called a Fiztop. Now, it's called a Fiztop because it involves the concepts of fizzing bubbles and a conical top shape sitting in the ocean, a thing about 1.6 meters in diameter with a flat base is what produces the fizzing bubbles. And these bubbles are nanobubbles, and nanobubbles are really good things to have in your ocean.
Fantastic. Well, I love the idea of a Fiztop. And what is the actual issue? What is the big problem that we're looking at?
Okay, the problems which we've got and which Fiztops can help solve are surface water warming, which can be deadly to coral, to seagrass, to kelp, and to aquaculture operations. It can also increase the surface warming, could also increase the power and destructiveness of storms and hurricanes, as well as contributing to sea level rise. The increasing temperature of the Great Ocean Conveyor Belt, like the current which goes around the Atlantic, is melting polar ice catastrophically, and we want to stop that. And we think Fiztops can help us do that.
Okay, so talk me then through your solution.
Okay, a Fiztop is a lightweight, floating, solar-powered unit equipped with photovoltaics, artificial intelligence systems, and fluidic oscillators, which we've talked about before. And these things can generate long-lived nanobubbles in the sea surface micro layer. When I say long-lived, I'm talking about months long. It's a bit like spume, which you see, but it's much longer lived than spume on the sea surface or breaking waves. And those bubbles increase both the albedo or reflectiveness of the sea, as well as helping evaporation or evaporative cooling to cool the sea. The units could either be anchored or free floating. They can be disseminated over sunlit seas, and they can cool down current waters and generate marine cloud even when there is no wind, thereby complementing the Seatomizer solution, which we've talked about before. With sensors, comms, and GPS capability, they could also be used to monitor and report ocean and atmospheric conditions, thereby defraying some of their costs.
So exciting opportunities there. Talk to me a bit more then about the method.
Okay, the conical lightweight Fiztops are each about the size of a buoy. They provide cooling and sensing services. As natural nanobubbles improve marine health, but are invisible, adding to their number is likely a safe option. Their oceanic distribution will not be noticeable, but it should reflect unwanted excess solar energy back into space. As nanobubbles don't float on the water surface, but they will reflect and reflect some light sideways, this will increase the temperature of a very tiny sea surface microwave layer, and they will increase evaporation to the cooling benefit of deeper waters.
It's quite a mouthful, that, isn't it?
I'm tripping over them, the acronyms, I'm afraid. It's a mouthful, but it's necessary to understand them.
SSML, absolutely. So wonderful stuff. So looking then at all of that then, Sev, what are the net benefits?
Okay, the biggest net benefit is the offset global warming. We also reduce ocean stratification and extreme weather events. We can help save corals and kelp, marine life and biodiversity. With cheap mass-produced Fiztop units, they can complement existing deployed sensors. Their maintenance might provide valuable jobs to island and impoverished communities. So that seemed to be a sort of a win-win-win solution, and we all like those.
Yeah, and I think that's absolutely right. And that's what we've been trying to do in this series. If we understand the problems, look at the solutions, flatten the learning curve, then everybody can basically get towards an opportunity to help with that change. If we act as the catalyst of change, that's probably one of our biggest things, isn't it?
Indeed it is.
So if you want to get more information, toddle along to envisionation.org or do get in touch and we can fill you in on further details and some of these tremendous opportunities. But for me for now, thank you for joining us and thank you to Sev.
Thanks again. Good night.